The year is 1889. In a small apartment in Turin, Italy, a disheveled man throws his arms around a beaten horse in the street, sobbing uncontrollably. This is Friedrich Nietzsche, the man who had peered deeper into the human soul than any thinker before him, now collapsing into permanent madness. But in that moment of breakdown lies an iron truth. Nietzsche had followed his own psychological insights so far that they ultimately consumed him. This is the story of the most dangerous ideas ever conceived about the human mind, ideas so potent they could either transform you or destroy you. Most people live their entire lives on the psychological surface, what Nietzsche called the foreground of existence. Like children playing safely in the shallows, we splash about in conscious thoughts, never daring to swim out to where the water turns dark and deep. But Nietzsche grabbed humanity by the collar and dragged us kicking and screaming into the psychological depths, showing us we're not single selves but battlegrounds where warring instincts clash in eternal conflict. Imagine your mind as a shadowy alley where primitive urges from our animal past brawl with civilized morality, where creative drives wrestle destructive impulses, where the person you pretend to be in public fights with the monster you hide even from yourself. This isn't psychology as dry theory, this is psychology as bloodsport, and Nietzsche was its first fearless gladiator. That voice in your head telling you, "I think therefore I am," Nietzsche called it the most dangerous lie ever told. Descartes got it completely backward according to Nietzsche. Your conscious thoughts aren't the captain of your soul but mere passengers on a ship steered by darker, more powerful forces. Your self isn't some unified commander making rational decisions, but a temporary truce between warring factions of primal drives. Consider this: when you're gripped by sudden rage, overtaken by lust, or consumed by creative inspiration, that's not you losing control. That's the real you emerging from behind the curtain of civilized pretense. Nietzsche forces us to confront the terrifying truth. We're not individuals but ecosystems, not unified souls but colonies of competing instincts wearing a human mask. Nietzsche's solution wasn't to suppress these warring forces but to harness them like a psychological alchemist. His famous command to become who you are wasn't some self-help platitude, it was a call to arms. You must become the general of your inner army, identifying which drives to promote to command positions and which to keep in check. The key is finding what Nietzsche called your organizing idea, a dominant passion so powerful it can force all your other instincts into its service. For Leonardo da Vinci it was artistic creation, for Napoleon it was conquest. What's yours? Without it you're just another ship adrift in the storm of existence. With it you become a force of nature. But Nietzsche warned this path isn't for the faint-hearted. Delving too deep into your psychological underworld without proper strength is like spelunking without a rope. One wrong step, and you may never find your way back to sanity. Nietzsche himself may have paid this ultimate price when his explorations crossed some invisible threshold into madness. Yet for those with courage, Nietzsche offers the ultimate reward: the chance to stop being a passive product of your environment and become the active sculptor of your soul. In an age of anxiety where people feel increasingly fragmented, Nietzsche's psychological insights shine like a lighthouse through the fog, not offering safe harbor but showing us where the real adventure lies. Most people will spend their lives as psychological tourists, safely snapping pictures from observation decks. Nietzsche offers the chance to become an explorer, to descend into the volcano of self where few dare to venture. The choice is yours: remain asleep in the comfort of illusions or wake up to the terrifying, exhilarating truth of what you really are. The gauntlet has been thrown, will you pick it up?